Hello viewers, I feel so much elated obviously as you can see today because today is December 17th and it happens to be my birthday, but still I still want to shoot this video just because of the love I have for you. And in return, please smash on the likes button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit on the subscription button, turn on the notification, and do please share my video. On today's episode, I've got latest news regarding Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. I've got latest news regarding for international student that wants to come into Canada. I've also got news on Express Entry, provincial nominee, and lots more. So you want to hang on tight, grab a cup of water because today is loaded. Okay viewers, so welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remain my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are intending on migrating to Canada. If peradventure this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please hit on the subscription button. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. Thank you very much for doing that. God bless you. Alright, so let's keep the ball rolling. Alright, so I was starting on a good note. Today happens to be my birthday, December 17th, and that is when I'm rolling this video. And I feel so elated. I'm so happy. Thank you very much. If you wish me, send your wishes in the comment section below. Thank you very much. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit on the likes button. Alright, so the first video I'll be sharing with you today is on the Rural, Northern and Immigration Pilot Program. For those of you that don't know what that program is all about, I've done videos on it in the past. You might want to check my video playlist to actually get enlightened about the RNIP. Alright, so the latest news that we got from IRCC on RNIP is that there's been a slight modification in favor of applicants. Before in the past, the rule was that if you want to apply, you need to have in the last 3 years, you need to have a minimum of 1 year accumulated work period, meaning that there should not be a break between the work period that you want to claim for 1 year in the last 3 years. So it should be continuous. But now the Immigration Minister Mandensino just told us that the Canada Immigration just relaxed that rule now, so it doesn't have to be continuous for 1 year. So within the last 3 years, in as much as you can show minimum of 12 months work experience in a particular NOC code that qualifies you for that RNIP, it is now accepted. So it doesn't have to be continuous 12 months. It could be 6 months in one particular job, adding into another job 6 months. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you need more expansion on this news, please visit IRCC website cic.gc.ca so that I can actually get enlightened more, because actually they discovered that so many people are being debarred from applying for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program because of the work experience, and that's why they felt it is better for them to relax the rule. And that's why I'm bringing the information to you. If you feel you don't understand, you need more clarification, you need one-on-one for us to talk about it, drop it in the comment section. I'll be glad to expatiate more on that. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash on the like button. Another news that I would like to actually talk about is that it's not really a good news, but I still want to expatiate further on it, is that since this pandemic, since the lockdown for international foreigners to come into Canada, so many people could not come, so many permanent residents that they already have their COPR, they have about to land in Canada, they could not come because of the foreign ban from coming into Canada. I know that is, there's so many agitation about that. So many people are worried. In fact, some people that already thought that before March, they already thought they already resigned their job out in wherever they are coming from, their home country, and felt that they want to come into Canada. But with the lockdown, they could not make it. And don't forget that the COPR for you to land, that's the certificate you use to land in Canada, is only valid for 6 months. So many people, their COPR expired already. They could not land in Canada. They feel so much concern. They've lost their job because they resigned already and stuff like that. So it is really worrying because people don't even know what their stand is. So the saddening part of it is that still Canada has not opened its border for foreigners to come into Canada, no thanks to the pandemic. But what they just said is that they are still trying their best to clear the backlog, to reissue COPR for people that are in this situation. They said they have done that in the last few months. They've sent a new COPR for like 6,000 applicants that their COPR has expired, and they are working earnestly to ensure that they send more COPR out so that more people can get their COPR renewed, and as soon as possible, when the coast is clear, they can land in Canada as a permanent resident. So my news to you that are affected is that please bear with the Canada immigration. It is just because of the pandemic, and I know some of you have resigned your job already anticipating coming into Canada, but just take a relax, take the chill pill a little bit, and very soon everything will be over and you'll find yourself in Canada of your dream. Another paramount news that I need to share with you is, I mean, this should have even been the first news that I share with you, is that there's vaccine now. Like everybody knows, there's vaccine, and in Canada, people are getting vaccinated in Canada now. I mean, and just some few days ago, on Monday precisely, Canada vaccinated the first person got vaccinated in Canada, in Toronto to be precise, and so many people have been vaccinated thereafter. So the first vaccination, they got it from Pfizer, and they're expecting more from Pfizer, and also Moderna. They are trying to get the regulation to clear Moderna so that they can get more vaccine from Moderna too. So the good news is just that things are beginning to get better now, because you know that the main cause of this delay is because there's no vaccine, right? But the moment we are getting vaccine now, people are getting vaccinated. We hope very soon, before the middle of next year, so towards the ending of next year, the plan is that all Canadians should have been vaccinated. So everything will go back to normal. So that's why I decided to share this news with you, so that, I mean, so many of you that are outside Canada are trying to apply as a visitor, study, work, whatever you want to apply for, express entry, provincial nominee, you can, I mean, get a sense of relief and know that very soon your aspiration will eventually come to pass. All right, so on the express entry draw, so far, so the last one that was done so far was done on December 9th, and 5,000 people were still invited. But the only, I don't want to call it the good news or bad news, is that the score is still high, and the draw that they did the last time was 469. To a certain extent, for some people, it's still on the high side. Despite the fact that 5,000 people were chosen, the draw was still 569. So to be sincere with you, if I'm to tell you, till the end of this year, I don't know what next year has in plan. I don't think they are going to go beyond that 468, 469. So that's really sad, because I know a lot of people are below that, and they keep sending me message on what they are going to do about that. So I mean, I'm so sorry. The only thing you can just do is to try to increase your score and see how you can boost your education, and you can't do anything about your age. So let's hope that next year will offer a better opportunity. But what I will just tell you is that if express entry is not working out for you, look at provincial nominee. If that is not working out for you, I just told you about the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Look at that. If you have the finance, you feel you want to go about the study, look at study 2. For those of you that asked me this question about work permit, it's a little bit tough to get work from outside Canada, because I mean, Canada government needs to justify, they need to provide work for Canadians, those that are in Canada already, before they start bringing people from outside. I'm not debunking the fact that they still bring in people from outside, but I mean, it's on rare cases. I mean, your company needs to file for LMIA for you in order for you to come into Canada and come in as a worker. So that is that on the express entry. All right, moving forward to the for study. I mean, I always like to give you update on the study, because that's one of the favorite routes through which people want to migrate into Canada. So the latest news I've got on that is still that Canada is still processing study visa for those that want to apply for study to come into Canada. So for those of you that keep asking me that question, is that have they stopped? No, they've never stopped. So they are still, during this COVID-19 period, they are still issuing out study visa for those that qualifies for it. So if you still want to apply, go for that, apply for your school, whatever school you want to come, diploma, masters, postgraduate, whatever you want to apply for, undergraduate, apply for it, get your admission. Now go for that to apply for your visa. For the requirements, what you need, everything is online. Try as much as possible, do your due diligence, submit all the necessary documents, and don't rule out luck, because sometimes you submit all these documents and you don't get it. So I mean, luck is also paramount. To submit everything you need to submit, and I wish you good luck. So to further buttress that, international student, if you've gotten your admission, you've gotten your visa, you're fortunate you got your visa to come into Canada, it's not everybody that can come in. Like I said in the past, you need a letter of introduction from your school that states that they have a readiness in place plan, and they've been certified by their municipal, by their provincial government to welcome international students. How do you get to know that? You can only get to know that from your school website. Take for instance, if you apply to Humber College in Ontario, after you've gotten the admission, you've gotten your visa from approval from Canada Immigration, you still need to go to Humber College website, download the introduction letter that states that the school has a readiness in plan place before you can come into Canada. I'm not saying Canada has that readiness in plan. You can just check on their website. I don't know if they have it. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what you need and how you can eventually go about it. So you need that readiness in place plan, because by the time you land in Canada, at the border, they want to see that letter from you, because without that, they will send you back and they won't let you in. Alright viewers, I hope you understood the stories that I've brought for you so far regarding latest news regarding Canada immigration. If you feel you enjoyed this video, please once again smash on the likes button. And if you enjoyed this video, you haven't subscribed, you come in there on this channel, you haven't subscribed, please make up your mind today. Support us on this channel by clicking on the subscribe button. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. Thank you very much for doing that. Okay viewers, just to keep you in the loop on the provincial nominee, you know, every time I bring this latest news to you, I try as much as possible to tell you about the provincial nominee. Provincial nominee is another route through which people can come into Canada. We have 10 provinces in Canada and 3 territories, and of these 10 provinces and 3 territories, they operate what is called provincial nominee. That means that each province, each state, they can bring in immigrants into their province particularly. So that means that if you come into Canada through a particular provincial nominee, you have to be in that province, you can't leave. Okay, so that is what it implies. So you can actually look at provincial nominee. They have their criteria. I don't want to tell you which one is the easiest, which one is the hardest. Look at the qualification, look at the criteria, look at what you have. If you feel you qualify for any, it doesn't cost you anything. Create your profile. So in most cases, they don't ask you to submit to pay for anything until when you are elected, when you are sent an invitation. That's when they ask for one. So look at that. I know provincial nominee like Ontario, they did a draw in the last few days. British Columbia did that, Nova Scotia did that. You can look into that. I've done videos of that in the past. You might want to check my playlist for that, and you'll be glad you did that. Alright viewers, on this episode today, I've brought you latest news regarding Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program, that there has been a slight tweaking on it just to favor applicants from outside Canada. I also brought news on international students that Canada is still processing study visa. All you have to do is, if you got your visa approved, you need a readiness in plan letter from your school before you can eventually board a flight and come into Canada. I brought you news on the latest express entry door that was done on December 9th. Still on the high side, 469, but we can't lose hope. We keep our fingers crossed, and congratulations to those that were invited. I also told you about the provincial nominee program. That's another route through which you can come. If you feel you have any question based on what I've discussed today, you need more clarification, feel free to drop it in the comment section, and I will oblige your question by answering them. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, it doesn't cost you anything. Please smash on the likes button. Today is my birthday. Encourage me by subscribing and also sharing this video, and also hitting on the likes button. Till I come back to you again on this YouTube channel, Canada Immigration, with your own boy MC Bernardino. Please do have a wonderful holiday. God bless.